we're taking a look at the 5.53 in Ghost Recon Breakpoint. My time spent with this gun sort of, I guess, dates back to when I would use the 5.52 Commando plenty in Rainbow Six Vegas 1 and 2. The 5.52 Commando was actually a compact version of the 5.50, and the 5.53 is basically an improved version of the 5.52 Commando. So they are basically the same gun that I used in Vegas 1 and 2, and that's kind of why I already love playing with this assault rifle, because it gives me those classic tac shooter vibes that I have been enjoying for many years. This thing is one of the best assault rifles in the game. In fact, Evil Hitman, another YouTuber who does put out Ghost Recon content, also swears by it being the best assault rifle in this game. He left a comment the other week saying this, so I kind of wanted to make note of that as well, and I can totally see why he does love it so much. It definitely is up there, and you will see why here today in this video. Alright, so I've been meaning to get to this 5.53 for a while now, and I have Matthew Carter to thank for requesting this weapon loadout here today. So, Matthew Carter, I do hope this video covers exactly what you were hoping for, my friend. Now let's get started. First, we're going to start off by testing this thing against both Sentinel and Wolf targets, but before we do that, let's set this thing up. We're going to go with the ASR standard barrel, the ASR standard magazine, the ASR suppressor, the Multi-A, the EXP3XG33 sight, the 5.53 STK stock, an auto single trigger, and lastly the tactical vertical foregrip for the underbarrel. Now that we have this thing all set up, I'm going to discuss why I chose those parts that I did, but before we do that, let's test this thing out against both Sentinel and Wolf targets, single shot, center mass, so we're going to see how well this thing takes them down. We're going to start off with Sentinel using a suppressor. 2 shots with a suppressor, without a suppressor now. Two shots confirmed. Let's do Wolves with a suppressor. Seven shots. Without a suppressor now. 5 shots confirmed. Alright, so now that we have this thing all set up and we went through those power tests, I'm going to be discussing why I chose those parts that I did and share my thoughts on the gun. Alright, so I went with the Multi-A because it has the best visibility of all the lasers in the game. I am going to be sounding like a broken record when I speak on the Multi-A because generally speaking, I use it for every gun that allows for it. It gives you a solid increase to range, which is a must-have on assault rifles in general because these things generally are used to hit targets at medium to long-range engagements. And of course, this gives us a nice 10% decrease to sway and a beefy 20% decrease to the shot spread, which will really help in tightening up this rifle's output. Now I went with that EXP3XG33 sight because it allows for that variability in ranges on the fly. I really think that this scope specifically works well on this gun because I think that the holographic sight is something you can really lean on when in those close engagements. And I say that because I find that the 5.53 is best used as an assault rifle for short to mid-ranged engagements. This thing can of course make a shot at a distance, but it definitely can struggle a little bit with that. So our aim here is to keep this thing more of a medium-ranged assault rifle because that's where I think it excels the most. Now, if you are going to engage targets that are really far out with this thing, you will need to switch to that single shot firing mode or be light on the trigger in automatic mode. Also, you can flip that scope to magnify your range to hit those further targets, and that's where this auto single trigger plays in nicely for us alongside of that variable scope. Now I went with that tactical vertical foregrip because it gives us recoil reductions in both recoil categories. A nice 5% decrease in the vertical and then an even nicer 7% decrease in the horizontal recoil. Now I really think that this underbarrel attachment is a must for this gun and it's probably the most effective of all these attachments here. It really does solidify this gun's ability to keep under control when firing automatically. Now I don't want you guys to think that this rifle isn't good at longer distances just because I'm saying it's best used as a short to medium ranged assault rifle. You can still make those shots if you absolutely need to, but generally speaking, if you think you will be needing a rifle for long ranged engagements, this wouldn't be my first pick. However, if you need an assault rifle to take out to a base or using it for a specific style of objective or off, this assault rifle is a dream. I personally feel it's a weapon best used when clearing bases, not so much a rifle I would take out in the field outside of the bases. This thing, however, will really benefit you when it's used in those those tighter spaces because of its decent high fire rate and its ability to drop targets so fast when firing in automatic mode. It doesn't feel jumpy, the 5.53 feels precise. So overall, the 5.53 assault rifle is a great assault rifle with incredible control in those close to medium distances, very manageable recoil. Definitely try and use this thing loudly up close because it's honestly a blast and a good time. I found myself in plenty of fun, loud engagements with this thing, and if you watch my 20th anniversary update discussion, the one where I had Zombie Bowman as the thumbnail, I was using the 5.53 to clear a base with Fix-It's B outfit, and then I also put out a video called Aggressive Nomad last week, so do check out that video as well if you are looking to see this weapon in more longer form action. And that's the 5.53 assault rifle. I hope this video gave you exactly what you were looking for, Mr. Carter. And as always, guys, thanks for watching, and take it easy.